Very nice. Very nice. Growing in leaps and bounds, that young 18-year-old. Fuck him, all right? So, shit. Carter, I've been doing this for almost 20 years, and I'm only 29 years old. So, this is what comedy does to you, my friend. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please help me over to the stage. Put your hands together for Rev Sarah.
Well, it's a miracle that I got here tonight because I was make-upping while driving, and I dropped the putty knife. And then I knocked over the spackle, and I don't even know what happened to the grout, but it didn't get into any of my cracks. Anyway, the good thing is I can put on my lipstick without a mirror, and I've been doing that since I was very young, but it was easier then because my lips were fuller. And as we get older, our lips get thinner and thinner until they finally disappear altogether. And as my husband likes to remind me, our ears get bigger and so do our noses. So that's great. I used to look like Ashley Judd, and pretty soon I'm gonna look like Howdy Doody. My husband, I love him dearly. He's a bit of a hypochondriac, and I personally think he is single-handedly bankrupting Medicare. His name is Les, and he's had so many body parts replaced, we call him Frankenless. And one night, he actually thought he was having a heart attack, but it was just dinner. It wasn't my cooking. He was running up and down the basketball court officiating a game shortly after he had eaten a burger the size of a Mini Cooper. And it apparently swelled up inside him like a life raft and kind of squished his organs together, and he got chest pains. So he goes to the ER, and the doctor says, "Do you have a history of heart disease?" "No," he says. "Do you have angina?" "No," he says. "Only women have those." Never mind. Sorry. So we're both declining in a big way. We both have terrible GERD. My heartburn is so bad that I should really be walking around with one of those little wheeling carts with the hose and the little tank. You know that little tank? I'm not talking about oxygen, I'm talking about a fire extinguisher. Anyway, there are lots of things you can take for heartburn, but they all have insidious side effects. So of the two that my doctor recommended, one can cause dementia, the other can cause osteoporosis. So, dementia, hunchback. Dementia, hunchback. I decided to take the one that causes dementia because then, if I get a hunchback, I won't know it. Anyway, I guess this is why we are living in Englewood, where the median age is 120, and there are all kinds of people driving around from somewhere underneath their dashboards. Anyway, we went to one of those morning senior showings of a movie, and amazingly, we sat beside the film's narrator. Unbelievable. It was a woman and her husband. They were ancient, and she told us everything that was going to happen right before it did. The ship is going to sink. Those people are going to jump overboard. That man is going to drown. I could have closed my eyes and envisioned the whole thing, let me tell you. Anyway, we're coming full circle, so pretty soon we'll be just like newborns, and every time I smile, somebody will say, "Oh, it's probably just gas." So, what keeps us alive are dogs. Now, people think dogs are a lot of work, but they're not. You get them into a routine over a couple of weeks, and then you just feed them, water them, shelter them, exercise them, and let them in and out the door 450 times a day. And cats are supposed to be, lower maintenance and very clean. Well, we have a Fospice cat. That's Foster Hospice. His name is Krabby Kitty. He's deaf as a stone. And he goes around shrieking and wailing instead of meowing because he doesn't have any volume control. So he tracks an incredible amount of litter through the house, to the point where people have actually asked, why we have a gravel driveway indoors. And he's got so much litter stuck to the soles of his feet. He looks like he's walking on platform shoes. So anyway, the point is I'm surrounded by malfunctioning but still living creatures. I feel as if I have put myself out to pasture too soon. I mean, my udders aren't even sagging yet. But anyway, I did want to tell you before I go, I am a real seminary ordained minister. I went to Interfaith Seminary in New York City, and Interfaith is all accepting. I don't evangelize. If you're heavily Christian, that's fine. If you're agnostic, no problem. And if you are an atheist, that's okay with me too. However, if you have 90 items in your grocery cart and you're in front of me in line in the express checkout, you can kiss your ass goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.